Hello, it's Brick Bros UK and we've created another cool LEGO Star Wars multi-build which was really fun to make because we decided to combine two Imperial Trooper Battle Packs 75165 to create the multi-build we're calling the LEGO Star Wars Imperial Ordnance Bay, which includes an Imperial Ordnance lifter droid, a cargo crane and the Quartermaster's supplies. And we thought most of these builds would work well in a base scene or supply area for the Imperials, so if you have two of these battle packs, you can follow the step-by-step build tutorial at the end to make it. But first, let's review each build. And starting off, we only had one piece left over, which you could add to the build if you wanted to use it up. Now, the Ordnance Bay cargo crane build is basically a pick up and drop off area for Imperial weapons. So on the left of the build is this cool cargo crane which sits on a raised up brick built base that's got two black grille pieces that break up the grey colour. And the crane itself has side panelling around the driver's seat with a stud shooter on either side for defensive weaponry. Then from the battle pack's walker legs, we made a long bendable crane arm at the front that's very flexible for play, as you can see. And along with this moving arm feature, the crane can also rotate thanks to the rotating mechanism in the centre of the build. So the crane should be useful to use in play because you can easily clip in one of the stormtroopers to take control, then use the crane to lift up supplies and weapons. Now to the right of the crane is the rest of the Ordnance Bay, which has a rod barricade to separate the crane area from the Quartermaster's supplies, because we didn't want the weapons to get mixed up. So to keep these weapons safe, we made a small supply depot for the Quartermaster, which has clips for the troopers' stud shooters. And there's also a clear window above where we thought you could place a stormtrooper to act as the Quartermaster, so when troopers come along needing a weapon, he can give them out quickly. Then as a little extra, we've also made this small barrel which you can place around to add to the scene. So overall, this Ordnance Bay build with its crane would be a great build to add to an Imperial base where you could sort out supplies or do repairs. Moving on though, it's time to check out the Ordnance Lifter Droid, which is probably our favourite build, and we took inspiration from a clone lifter droid to make this one for the Imperials that will come in handy because the powerful droid can help lift equipment. So as you can see, the droid has a very simple design but it functions well in play, and in the centre we created a face from a round tile with red light for its sensor eye. Then below the body, the droid has two bendable legs that will help it move easily in play. And for display, we made the feet flat so it can stand up straight without falling over, but we also added some black grille pieces just for extra detail to bulk out the legs. Now for lifting, the droid has these two big identical arms that can move up and down, plus thanks to the hinge connections, they can also move inwards, which is handy if you're moving supplies. Then for defense, we thought it would be cool to put a double stud shooting cannon on its right shoulder that's great for blasting any enemies who attack the Imperials. And thanks to this cannon on top, this droid would make a nice addition to anyone's army. Then finally, if we swivel to the back, you can get a better look at the droid's construction as well as its plate armour. So overall, this Imperial Ordnance droid really worked out well considering the limited parts we had to play with, but what we like most about it is it's a new refreshing creation that would add something different to your army. On a final note, our LEGO Star Wars Imperial Ordnance Bay multi-build turned the two Battle Pack walkers into this small sort of base build, which we feel expands the sets nicely for play, because you have a fully functioning cargo crane that you can use to lift supplies, then to the side of it is a handy Quartermaster's supply depot where you can store your weapons, so that all creates a nice section which you could add to a base you already have. But what we like best about this creation is the Ordnance Lifter Droid that's a fully flexible big droid that can help the Imperials with supplies, or better yet, use its cannon to blast some rebels for them, and we hope it's a droid you will consider adding to your armies because we really love it. So if you want to make all of this, grab both of your Imperial Trooper battle packs and start the step-by-step build. And that's the finished build, so now you can enjoy this Imperial Ordnance bay, or perhaps you've taken inspiration from the build to make something more awesome. Hope you enjoy the Brick Bros UK multi-build, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to Brick Bros UK.